Hi, today we're going to have a look at Purchase Invoices, which is recording purchases that your business will make on a day-to-day basis. When we go into the Purchases section, we have the option here to add purchase. Now, with adding a purchase, the first thing we need to do is configure the overall purchase itself, and then we need to add individual line items to the purchase. So the first thing we do is to choose a contact, which in this case is a supplier that you would have previously created in the contacts section. Then we need to set our purchase type. Now most purchases will be a purchase invoice, which is a normal purchase, but a purchase credit can also be chosen, which is a refunded purchase. Every purchase needs a description. This is really for your own reference. And you can also set a category, which is a cost center, or an assignment, which is a member of your staff who has made the purchase. The system will by default set the purchase date to today's date and the due date to 30 days time. We can also add a supplier order number, which is a reference number from your supplier, or tags, which are keywords associated with this purchase. The system will automatically allocate a purchase order number, but you can override this to any number you want. Having set the overall settings for the purchase, what we now do is add individual line items. So we give the item a description, then we choose a quantity. In this case we'll say 2 at $50 each, which will give us a total of 100. And now we have to select an account that this purchase will be assigned to. These are the expenses accounts that are set up in the settings section, and this is the pre-configured set, but you can add new ones in here if you need to. So we will choose entertainment. If necessary, you can add a tax rate onto the individual line items, in which case this is my state tax, which is 6.5%, which is giving me 106.5 for the overall line item. And that's everything you need to do. So at this point we can save the purchase. So we can see now that the purchase has been added into the purchase list screen, and from here we can make an edit to this purchase, or we can go back and view the details. So if we now go into the report section and go into profit and loss, here we can see the impact of adding that purchase. In the expenses section under entertainment, $100 has been applied. If we go back to our purchase and go into the purchase list again, and here we can go in to view the details of the purchase. And at this point we can add a payment against that purchase, meaning that having ordered the goods, that we have now paid for them. If necessary, a reference can be added, and now the amount. And as always, you have to choose a bank account for the payment. So now that payment has been added to that invoice. So if we go back to the purchase list, here we can see that the status of this purchase has now been changed to paid, and the system automatically calculates this in the background.